Whoa, let's learn stuff. Chapter 6, Understanding Consumer Behavior.
Okay, related to consumer behavior is culture. So, one example that comes to mind is online shopping. Places like Kmart just couldn't keep up, right? But those who were able to embrace that change, that technology, and that change in preference with consumers were able to thrive. So, think about Amazon, right, for example, or Walmart and Target. They all have these, I mean, they have stores. Well, not Amazon, but they have physical locations, right? Target and Walmart, but you could also order online. So, anyway, my whole point there is technology has really made it to where we could purchase anything online. And so, yeah, brands who weren't able to keep up, we don't hear from anymore. Although, isn't there still, I didn't check lately. Let me see. Yeah, I was gonna say there's still a Kmart.com, and so if you wanted to shop there, that might be interesting. So, yeah, I was just thinking about how if I wanted something different from Target or Walmart, I used to just hang out at Kmart on a Sunday night, but that's just not a thing anymore. So I guess I could look through their website here. I mean, yeah, okay, it looks like we can order online now, but it's kind of a little too late at this point for them. When there used to be Kmart's everywhere, and now that's not a thing. Um, so culture also plays a role in our preferences. And let me move forward with subcultures. So remember this part here, right? Yeah, we're all individuals. We all respond differently because we have different experiences. But at the same time, and I've said this already before, we're pretty predictable also. And based on our group, uh, the groups that we affiliate with, that could also kind of give an idea to marketers how they might respond to our marketing strategies. So, subcultures is one of those topics. So, concepts. Subcultures, that's a group within a society that shares unique beliefs, values, or behavior. So, that could be based on race. So, I listed them here: race, ethnicity, religion, lifestyle. So I want to jump to like this whole idea of, might even put region here. Forgot to put that there. I think I thought I put region already because I saw religion and my brain just kind of thought that was the same word. But going to religion, let me jump to something I looked for earlier today as I was preparing for my talk tonight. So McDonald's, everybody knows McDonald's throughout the world. So in the Western markets, so say United States, ads. So think about the McDonald's ads that you see. They emphasize fun, convenience, and American culture, right? There's hamburger, fries, Coke. But as some of you may know, if you looked at my bio or watched my introduction video, I grew up in Saipan, which is also part of the United States, right? But it's halfway across the world. So since I have you here, I'll just go ahead and show you all. There's Guam, 120 miles away. But as I keep zooming out, you'll see that it is halfway across, like the other side of the world. It's right next to Asia, right? There's China, Philippines, there's Australia, Korea, Japan. So this is halfway across the world, but it is part of the United States, but it's 8,000 miles away. So what about McDonald's in Saipan? Well, this is what we have there. Like we got rice. Like if I want to have breakfast in Saipan, there's rice. So that caters to the local market, right? Like they're gonna show something like this because this is what the locals eat. We eat rice, spam, right? That's a Pacific Island thing, and then there's eggs. So I don't think, yeah, that's definitely not a thing here in Athens. If I go to McDonald's here, there's or Madison or Huntsville, yeah, nothing like that. So that's an example of how a region could definitely affect what you could market. So same organization, right? McDonald's, the American experience and all that, American culture. But then, even though this is the same country, well, it's totally different. And then, totally now, right? If we go to India, that's a whole even different aspect of marketing there. So here's an example of here's their take on the burger in India. So as you may know, right, they don't really eat beef over there, and so this emphasizes that it's made from, well, whatever that is. This Indian burger is probably made from vegetable patties or something like that, soybean, right? And it's also emphasizing how they use ingredients locally from India. And so this is their Maharaja Mac. So that's their answer to the Big Mac. So still pretty consistent with the McDonald's brand, right? They're using the same logo, same colors, but the message is different. So this probably, or this will not be used in marketing in the United States, right? But definitely it would work in India, and then something like this would be something you could market in the Pacific Islands. So even Hawaii, I think, has McDonald's that serve rice, and then Guam, Saipan. So that's an example of keeping in mind about the subculture. So as you're thinking about the target market for your marketing plan paper, those are the kind of things that you could write about, things to think about. Those are aspects of the target market, and then also that will affect your marketing strategy. So yeah, this whole consumer behavior, it's pretty, if I didn't say it already, I'll say it again. Like, it's pretty exciting. I mean, really, like, I'm just trying to keep it calm, right? I'm not all like, this is exciting stuff, but really it's, this is where you can come up with really cool, fun stuff for whatever it is that you're trying to create for your organization. Whatever your marketing strategy, marketing plans are, that's when you can really start creating, things that would help you come up with ads like this, or help you promote your product based on how you think certain demographics would respond. So related to this whole concept of subculture, culture, consumer behavior is social stratification. So here's a definition that I put on there. It's the hierarchical arrangement of individuals in society based on factors like wealth, education, occupation, and social status. So really what that means is, like, a common way I see this illustrated would be like a pyramid, like, right? Like at the bottom would be your not as highly regarded, up to, you go up to the top, really highly regarded. So in terms of wealth, for example, you got the like lower socioeconomic status to the really wealthy. Education, you got those with some high school or no high school, some college, right? So it keeps going up. Occupations, so there are occupations that are more highly regarded than others, right? So there's just, let's see, a random example. You have those that are more highly regarded than others, like doctors, for example. Those are medical doctors, right? They're pretty highly regarded compared to what? Sanitation worker, for example, right? Or let's think back during the pandemic, we called people essential workers, right? But really, those were the ones who worked in fast food or service industries, right? Things like that. With this whole idea of social stratification, we think of those who work in service industries, for example, as down here, and then medical doctors up here. So that's kind of the whole concept of social stratification. And the thing about that is, so that's what I put over here, it's socially constructed. So this is all, like, we as a society, that's kind of just the rules that we made up. This is what we decided. We decided that, so I'll just keep using the same example. We decided that, yeah, if somebody's a medical doctor, they should be well respected, right? Or whatever, compared to other occupations. But being socially constructed, so what I mean here is, well, other than we decided that for ourselves, or that's kind of how our society operates, there's really not any, quote, natural law about that. right? It's not like in nature where cause and effect kind of thing, right? If you touch something hot, you're gonna get burned, or if you touch something wet or touch water, you're gonna get wet. That kind of natural law. There's not any natural law that says, yeah, if somebody's a doctor, they should be more important. Well, I would argue that, like a medical doctor, yeah, they're great for keeping us healthy, but then say a sanitation worker, well, they're pretty important too in society. They keep us clean, right? Like, what would I do if somebody wasn't there to collect the trash that I put out on the curb every whatever day it is, right? So all of us help in society, but why are some people more important? So that kind of thing. Or just because somebody's really rich, are they really supposed to be more important than others? So that kind of stuff. So that's what I mean by natural law. There's no natural law about that. We did it to ourselves. So does that make sense, everybody? So that's kind of like, that's just how it is, I guess, right? But certainly, as I kind of talked about here, things do change, right? Like, oh, I remember now. See, I'm glad I went back here. So, influence of culture and preferences. So, for example, over the last few decades, there's been more of a concern for environmentally friendly products, for example, right? Like, I just saw a headline somewhere that California has banned or will be banning plastic bags, for example. So that kind of stuff. So there's been more of a awareness or of wanting to do things that are more environmentally friendly, and so that's changed our consumption patterns. So that's why perhaps we're pushing, or there's more of a demand for hybrid or electrified type vehicles, for example. So just that kind of stuff.